I'm Mia Kamphuis. I'm a junior psychology major with a business minor, and I tutor a lot of courses in psychology and biology. Tutoring is for all Xavier undergraduate students and some graduate students depending on the classes that are offered. We have a tutor in just about every subject here at Xavier, so you can do in-person appointments or you can meet virtually. And it's pretty easy to get a tutor. It's a simple process, and normally students will meet weekly with their tutor, but they can also meet maybe more depending on their needs or less. Some students will choose to meet twice a month or whatever they need depending on what subject they're in. It's a lot easier than a lot of people think. So Xavier uses EAB, which is our scheduling system. It's also how you set up meetings with your success coach. So you log in, then you can put in the subject that you want to receive tutoring for. And then once you do that, you'll see a list of every single time that there's a tutor available in that subject. And then you can click on the time that works best for you, and then your tutor will reach out to you about where to meet. And then once you have that first meeting, you can decide if you want to continue to meet weekly, and then the tutor can set that up for you. And another way that students can find tutoring is by reaching out or emailing Stephanie Daniels. She oversees all of our tutoring services and SI services as well. And she can help get you set up if you send her your availability in the class that you're looking for help with. And then you can also reach out to your success coach as well, and they can get you set up with tutoring services. So it's always good to go with questions or concepts that you've talked about in class that maybe are confusing to you or you want extra practice or clarification on, especially in a lot of math classes or anything where you have specific problems laid out. I would come prepared with maybe a list of questions that you have for homework that you're confused on. Don't expect to go to tutoring and just do your entire homework, but if you have things to practice, it's always good to come with questions you have and concerns you have about what you're learning in class. I think that if you have a second set of not just a voice to explain something, but also ears to listen to the questions that a student may have about the course, that's really beneficial. And then the more time that you devote to practicing a subject and the skills that you're learning in that class, I think will just provide you with a better understanding of what you're learning. So I think tutoring is really helpful in that aspect. I had a student a couple semesters ago that said that the notes they took in class, the professor went at a fast pace, so it wasn't enough time for them in class to process everything that they were learning. So tutoring is when we would meet and we would go over some of the concepts that the student didn't quite understand fully in class, so we would just work into that a little bit more, discuss what was confusing about it, and then the student felt that they better understood the concepts, and then we could work on practice problems and work on conceptualizing things that they learned in class. I think if you're thinking about finding a tutor, you should just do it because it's free in Xavier tuition for all Xavier students. There's no fee associated with it. It's very flexible. There's likely always a tutor available in the subject that you're in, and there's also normally multiple for the subject that you're in. So if one tutor doesn't have availability when you're looking to meet, chances are there's another tutor that has availability at that time. And if tutoring's not for you, that's okay, but at least you try, and there's a lot of benefit I think that can come from getting a tutor. I think all it does is help you instead of hurt you.